Mercer angles. Mercer immediately says that didn't hurt. Morrison bows down.
Well, Toney Perez shouldn't let, and I doubt.
Morrison, and he followed up with the left.
And he buzzed Mercer with that because Mercer's holding on to the back of his neck. And he buzzed Mercer with that because Mercer's holding on to the back of his neck.
Morrison going after Mercer as the crowd erupts. Okay. And Morrison landing again, and then a glancing, looping right hand.
3 real quick punches landed by Morrison. But Perez letting him get away with it again here, but let him get away with 3 uppercuts on the inside.
Morrison with the left hook.
Mercer's really using some dirty tactics in there. He's using a forearm across the face.
Uppercut from Morrison. Crowd responding to that. That's been the big punch, the uppercut. And a left hand from Morrison connects. Another good round for Tommy Morrison of Ray Mercer. Oh, another left hand.
Mercer jumped in from the outside with a right uppercut, and Morrison just countered with a quick left hook.
He shot the uppercut from Morrison.
Morrison is so accurate.
More blood on the lower lip, Joe. A body punch with the left. Morrison, the uppercut. Tommy Morrison all over Ray Mercer. Morrison delivering. Oh, that was the best punch Mercer's thrown. Chopping right hand as the 3rd round comes to a close.
Thrown 25 landed for Morrison.
Mercer sneaks another right hand, and Mercer now comes on the attack with 2 right hands. And here comes Mercer to the delight of the crowd. Oh, good left hand from Mercer and the right. And Mercer has Morrison wobbled. The left hand from Mercer.
Same punch he caught him with in the round before. Mercer jumped in with the right uppercut and got countered with a great left hook by Tommy Morrison. But Mercer is really coming on in this round. Like I said, he looked real anxious and uptight at the beginning of this fight, and that'll wear you out in itself, just that nervousness.
Mercer with 2 good right hands. And now Mercer on Morrison in the corner. And Mercer's all over him, and Morrison in trouble. And Morrison goes down for the first time in his career. And that is it.
That's it.
The fight is over. Ray Mercer has won it. He successfully defended his WBO heavyweight championship. Well, let's take a look at it, Joe. All right, Joe's going to head up into the ring now. Mike Marley with us, and here comes Mercer on the attack, and right at this point, Morrison's out of it.
He was out on his feet, precisely, Glenn. He was out of it, groggy. I mean, he doesn't know what's hitting him at that point.
Well, those are damaging blows right there. He was out of it. 4, 5, 6. Wow. Morrison could have been seriously hurt there.
You're exactly right. Referee Toney Perez should have stepped in a little bit sooner.
Take another look, and you can count him. At this point, Morrison's out of it right here after that left hand. Now, from this point on, this is the damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There's the first right hand by Foreman, followed the left jab.
He's been notoriously fast in the first rounds. If you remember the first round, even of the Jerry Cooney fight.
Right, he was hurt in that fight. In fact, he wobbled near the end of that first round. But on the night, the George Foreman turned professional. Now Moore coming on, getting his jab home and following it up with a left cross. Uppercut by Moore, in close.
The only thing I don't like about what Moore is doing.
Good right hand by Foreman, knocks Moore back a step or 2.
Or the traditional push-off. He didn't move in on that second jab either, which is why he missed with the right. If you're going to double, good right hand by Moore. If you're going to double up on the jab, you got to move in on the second one if you're going to land with the right.
Moore picking up some momentum now. It is amazing, but it does look like George wasn't turning down any burgers in the last 2 days. There's a good cracking right hand from George Foreman. But Moore, sharp right hand.
And Teddy Atlas very nervous that Moore is fighting in this close, Rich.
Again, the combination from Foreman, but Moore always answers right back. There's a good right by Moore.
George is hurt.
In center. Foreman now trying to keep Moore away with the jab. Just pushing there, he follows up with the right hand. Moore answers back. Moore doing a great job of every time Foreman lands something significant, Moore comes back with 2 or 3 of his own. He felt that coming up the middle with uppercuts, and Foreman does come up the middle well, would be successful in this fight.
Well, Michael's certainly in close enough for George to try to attempt to throw that, or the lack of them.
Moore's punches are landing cleanly.
He's got to be...
Good body shot from Foreman.
But he's probably out punching George at this point 10-1, and he's landing an enormous amount of his shots.
George trying to outstrength Moore here now. Numbers do not measure reflexes.
Probably the biggest unknown factor is what this 18-month layoff was going to do. He lost his last fight.
87 through 87. Stayed out of boxing, ballooned up to 320, 350 pounds. There's a good left hand by Foreman. And now Foreman coming forward and moving Moore back a little.
See, George doesn't move in, though, on the second. He doubled up on the jab, but he's not moving in on the second jab, so he can't land the right effectively.
Nice work with that right hand from Moore. Foreman still dangerous.
Two right
hand. George ran into an uppercut, though, on the way in and trying to follow up.
Moore took 2 really good right-hand leads from Foreman and came back and was able to fire on his own.
George trying to follow up. But Moore very dangerous in front of him. Right hand from Foreman again, partially blocked by Moore.
You got a question at this point, is Foreman's punch totally gone, or does Michael Moore have a better chin than we all gave him credit for?
Now here comes Moore back, crowd roaring. The punch by Michael Moore. Good right to the belly by George Foreman.
And so George had to adapt, and there he goes. He's walking into the left hook.
George Foreman enjoying his best round of the fight here in round 10. There's a right hand. Down goes Moore. He's flat on his back. He may not get up.
Not maybe. He's not moving.
Moore could be about to lose the heavyweight title.
I don't believe this.
Joe Cortez pulls off the count. It is over.
Holy
and George
cow.
Foreman has pulled off the miracle that no one thought possible. And George Foreman, unbelievably, miraculously, is once again the heavyweight champion of the world. Now let's take a look at the replay.
Watch for the beautiful left hook right hand combination. He walked right into the left hook, followed by the right. Teddy Atlas kept saying to him, move only to your right. George adapted by Moore only moving to his right, which now finally allowed George to start landing the left hook, which we didn't see for the first 8 rounds. Moore out cold.
You asked several times during the fight if Foreman's punch deserted him. It turned out not to be the case. There's that right hand going in on Moore. Down goes Moore. And Arnie, I think we could all tell that as soon as he hit the canvas, he was done. It was over.
Here we go. Round 1, scheduled for 12.
Way off the mark, went right behind and passed it behind Holyfield's head.
Jabbing out of there with the left, Foreman is. And here comes Holyfield. Good left hand by Holyfield.
Looked like he ran into a little bit of a left hook. Oh!
Foreman on the attack.
You're not kidding. Holyfield looks a little stunned, a little weary. He came back with his own left hook.
Overhand right from Foreman.
Real wide, but 2 good body shots by Foreman. The crowd going nuts here, seeing Foreman score. Oh, another right from
Foreman. And a combination.
This is where Holyfield shouldn't be. And a lot of the boxing experts. A lot of the sports writers favored Holyfield. A lot of the boxing people themselves favored Foreman in this fight. Gave him a big shot. Oh, and he's got Holyfield reeling from a couple shots. That landed on the back of the neck, and that's a rabbit punch, and those are illegal punches. Oh, he rocked Holyfield. Holyfield
on
rocked
the attack
Foreman.
and connecting. And Holyfield all over Foreman. Foreman trying to hold him off. It's Holyfield now on the attack.
10 seconds left. 10 seconds left in this bout, or in this round. Oh.
Another strong combination. Foreman's shining moment was round 2.
Holyfield's just starting to
the
tee
latter
off
stages of
now.
round 3 on. It's been all Evander Holyfield. Oh, George missing with that looping right.
But
and another low left.
Oh.
Through with the left. Round 6.
Well, this fight's turned out like a lot of people thought it would. It turned out to be a fight and not a one-sided affair.
Oh, strong right from Holyfield.
Countered Holyfield's jab, countered Foreman's jab perfectly.
And a left from Holyfield.
Then went back down to the body.
And Foreman comes back. Back and forth action here.
A lot of bouncing off the gloves of Holyfield as he lands.
And now Holyfield coming on. And a strong left from Holyfield against Foreman. And a right. And Holyfield landing inside. What punch after another. He's got Foreman wobbly.
They aren't real flagrant low blows, so he's warning them instead of taking a point.
Another quick combination from Holyfield.
Too close. Right hand rock Foreman. He's out on his feet right now.
In trouble. Foreman, you cannot be saved by the bell. And Holyfield is all over Foreman. There's the bell. And Foreman stands and walks back to his corner.
I think it's time for George Foreman to sit on that stool. Take a load off his feet. The age has obviously caught up with him, but still, he's got enough to hang tough the undisputed champ of the world. Oh, another.
And they trade punches. Punch for punch. And Holyfield landed a strong right at the end of that flurry. George trying to cover up, and Holyfield landed. And another strong right, and a left from Holyfield. And one to the body from Holyfield. Another strong right from the champion. The old man has gone the distance, and the crowd at the Atlantic City Convention Center comes to its feet to applaud that.
All-state player in Detroit, has never lost anything. Doesn't know how to lose, having success, and for Harris, he is probably... And Harris is trying to resurrect his career. Two well-matched fighters. There's a short left off of Jefferson's jaw. Good athletic ability. Always finds a way to win. Right hand from Jefferson. He's busy. Push and pressure. It remains to be seen. There's a short chopping left from Jefferson off of Harris's jaw. Jefferson, Harris on the ropes. Jefferson trying to put him away if he can. Right up the top, left hook. Left hook is Jefferson's big weapon. Harris trying to hang on. Jefferson is there. They swing away. Right hand from Harris. Jefferson missing, getting out, pushing, shoving Harris against the ropes. Harris front back. 5 seconds remaining in round 2. Very aggressive guy, leaning, pushing. There's a series of lefts, rights from Jefferson. Going at it here in round 3. There's a short chopping left from Jefferson. But I think his problem right now, and has been, he has a bigger fighter leaning on him. Here we go at it. There's a combination from Harris. Step back, move laterally. Cut stunning. Look at him. Off Harrison's jaw. Knocked his mouthpiece out. Here comes Jefferson. Harris trying to fight back. Jefferson is a bit winded. He's been doing a lot of work. He said he was a busy fighter. He's been busy, but now he's missing a lot. There's an exchange. 20 seconds remaining in round 4. Piece goes flying again. Jefferson moving like he started this round. Sideways. He's got Harris. Lands it short. Shot to the jaw. That's staggered. That's staggering. Took a few more
does Bowe.
Good left hook to the body by Evander Holyfield.
And the left hook to the jaw. And Holyfield is quicker to the punch. Again, Holyfield scores with the left-right combination. Bowe answers with one punch in return. And Holyfield again getting the best of a center-ring exchange. In combinations by the champion Evander Holyfield. And already Bowe begins to hold and hit. And they brawl in the center of the ring. Evander Holyfield showing his warrior's heart. Believes he has Bowe hurt. Left hooks by Bowe, 2 of them. Holyfield coming back, taking and giving shots.
I say Bowe re-established that left jab. What does he need to be throwing? Right hand.
Long right hand by Holyfield almost caught Bowe flush.
It ought to be hurting, and then once that happens, it's going to be a big deal.
Left hook landed by Bowe after a right. Holyfield seemingly in trouble for the moment.
No doubt about it.
And another, and another, and another. Holyfield wobbles Bowe under the ropes. A series of left hooks, all of them landed flush.
Holyfield falls in, following right foot after another. He's not keeping his position at all.
Left hook inside by Holyfield. Bowe's punches are having more effect. Bowe goes to the body and Holyfield covers up. Only 36 for Holyfield. There's a left and a right by Holyfield and a left. Bowe giving the right hand in return. Left hand by Holyfield. These are solid shots.
Holyfield is playing right into the hand. He's leaning forward, falling over Ruddock Bowe with his head, trying to just lean on the guy. You don't do that. You get one foot on the other and move around and side to side.
And Bowe trying to capitalize with the uppercut. And Holyfield comes back with the right hand lead.
He's still in it, so has a very good chance of winning it.
Bowe lands the right hand over the top. Evander just freezes and looks at him and then comes right hurt again.
Bowe didn't realize that he was hurt.
And now Evander is reeling.
He's thinking maybe I've done something wrong in life. I know what it's all about. Good left hook.
Holyfield with another left hook. The champion showing his courage, pawing at his left eye to feel the blood and then raging out with a left hook. And there he is pawing the right eye again. Let's see if Holyfield tries to take advantage of that opportunity. He does and takes a right hand in return. And now Evander starts to stick the jab with more effect as Bowe seems to struggle with his vision. Now a right hand by Bowe. Right uppercut by Holyfield momentarily stuns Bowe.
He's been a gentleman all this time. He can't understand someone being so dirty.
So you see Holyfield going down in this round and Bowe stuns him with an uppercut. And just like that, the champion struggles to stay on his feet. What a heart by Holyfield.
He's going to stay on his feet.
He's hanging in there. Somehow standing up, but staying too close to Bowe. Joe Cortez watching. Champion gets the benefit of the doubt.
Bowe should be taking that kind of advice.
Look at Holyfield. What a warrior. Reversing the tide of the battle. The champion now has Bowe wobbling. And he lands the right hand. This round should be greeted with a standing ovation at the end. You've seen the best of both men.
Now, Bowe has got to be cool trying to finish him, though.
There's the uppercut again. The mouthpiece is out of Holyfield's mouth. And he's going to go down. And Holyfield gets up very early in the count.
6, 7.
Champion begins to bounce again. They begin to rise and applaud what has been an extraordinary battle between two men of heart and will and courage and skill.
Andrew Johnson reminds us that there's a cost also sometimes. His camp wanted to have the gloves weighed to make sure they were the proper weight for the fight because, you know, the lighter the punch, the lighter the glove, the harder the punch. I think he's pretty easy to hit. There's a good shot, though.
Klitschko connected with a right hand, and Peter came back with a right hand of his own. And now he has that left hand dangling down. That's dangerous against a banger like Peter.
Yeah, but you know what? Peter is so amateurish that he's going to have to get lucky.
Left hook by Peter, top of the head, and he had the next two left hooks blocked by Klitschko.
It doesn't take all that much to turn the tide.
A right hand to the head of Peter, who just laughed it off.
Klitschko just got a little lazy that round. Good right to the body.
Now Klitschko using the jab, the right hand. Peter says no.
But his delivery leaves something to be desired. Hit him behind the head with that one.
And down goes Klitschko. He was hit in the back of the head. Who's obviously stronger when they fight inside. And that's just down goes Klitschko. Looked like a slip, but it's called a knockdown.
Certainly looked like a push to me.
We'll take a look at it later on.
You know what? No protest from Klitschko.
Peter went lefty and connected with the left hand to the head of Klitschko. Lead right hand by Klitschko. Peter didn't move.
A 10-7 round for Samuel Peter because that's the only round they gave him.
Klitschko with a strong right hand to the head of Peter. Peter connecting on the shoulder of Klitschko there.
This is what happens when the knockouts come too easy. You don't learn the other stuff, the stuff that you need when the opponents get good.
Klitschko with a right hand to the head.
I'm not sure I know what Klitschko's doing with that slapping up jab.
Klitschko scores with a right hand to the head of Peter. Right hand by Klitschko.
Wow, and he just teed off on him with that. Heavyweight division is so bad and is so hungry for somebody to bring it some excitement. And right now, Klitschko is just teeing off on Peter.
Oh, Klitschko with the best right hand he has thrown tonight. He doesn't want to get catch a wild shot and lose.
Absolutely. If he loses this fight, he has nobody to blame but himself.
Left-right combination by Klitschko. Right hand by Peter. Klitschko is rocked. He's trapped in the corner. Peter trying to take him out. Measures him. Connects with the right hand. 20-odd seconds to go in the round. Klitschko was hurt. Another right hand and Klitschko goes down. Klitschko pegging away, and he connects with a left hook to Peter's head in the next to last round.
Klitschko can barely hold his hands up.
Left hook by Peter, that caught the chest of Klitschko.
There's that right hand that comes over the top and catches Klitschko behind the left ear.
And a couple of more. They're so tired. A left hand by Klitschko, the best punch of his fight.
And he has taken a ton of punches.
Klitschko showing us a lot of class with that punch here in the last round. And the crowd's going to give him a big hand.
You know what? That's a real pro move by Cappuccino, saying, I know you're two big guys that can do a lot of damage, but I'm in control. Oh, and he catches him off balance. And Briggs jumps all over him. Briggs, a series of lefts and rights against the champ. Lewis covering up. Hey, that looked to be to the back of the head. Nonetheless, Briggs on the attack.
Lewis looks hurt.
He is, no doubt about it. But the complexion and tone of this second round, much different.
Another left hook by Briggs.
Briggs now fighting in spots, picked a good one here. Tries to crash home a few right hands. Lewis had that left up. Of that 15-second offensive surge from Briggs, and popping well there. Both those punches connected. WBC heavyweight title on the line here in Atlantic City. Lewis aggressive to start off the third round. Of course, with that 84-inch reach. Now on the inside, Cappuccino gives him a groan. They separate themselves, and Lewis with a short right hand, and then more work with that left jab. Tries to drive home that right hand. Boy, if you're bending down in the path of that right hand of Lennox Lewis, you're not going to last long. Before that,
Seems as if Shannon Briggs is breathing a little too heavy, being only the third round. Your opposition, don't give them time to set up. Just keep throwing it out there, even if it's a lazy jab. Just be cautious they don't come over top of it.
Lewis starts quick here in round 4. Left hand swept across, and then a right hand sends Briggs back, and he held on to that top rope.
Lennox sees something now. He's a different confidence about him. He sees something in Shannon Briggs to go after. And I agree. I think the timing is right by Lennox.
Oh, Briggs stood right in the pocket, and he got lined up for a right hand. He stumbles back again. Good combination from the champ.
Straight right hand.
Briggs staggered here in the opening 40 seconds of this 4th round. Another right hand crashes home. Still head hunting. Now, you brought up the fact he doesn't always go to the body. This would be a really nice spot to go to the body.
Briggs is breathing heavy, a little tired, confused, but he's got weak legs and weak confidence right now.
Tries to come forward just a bit. Give him something to honor. Another right hand behind that jab. Trying to give him a false confidence, but yet a left hand comes in. And all of a sudden, Lewis has his hands down. Another combination from Lewis. Oh, did he draw him in there? Briggs down for the 2nd time in this round.
7, 8. Lewis is completely confident right now.
Right hand scored. Briggs takes a couple big steps back.
Left hook.
And then that left hook comes in again,
hooks.
Joe.
Nice jab. Right.
Oh, the right hand behind the jab.
I don't know if he's
Briggs
going to
is
get up.
laid out. He is laid out just staring at the ceiling here at Boardwalk Hall. There's that right hand again.
Frank Cappuccino's got to come close and be looking at this.
He's got to be taking a good look. Briggs is taking a lot. Punches himself down to the canvas after he threw that left
and he
hand.
stopped the fight.
He stops the fight on what looked to be a slip, but nonetheless, a lot of damage from Lewis.
You almost can't argue with that stoppage there, Joe.
Almost as if Cappuccino was thinking about it, saying, I'm going to do it at some point, and he just chose that spot.
I think so. He didn't technically land Lennox, but that's a good stoppage. He's been down too many times, and it was looking like he was headed to be hurt.
And it had that look, Joe Macy, of a fight that wasn't going to turn itself around in any way, shape, or form.
No way. Shannon Briggs is not one.
Razor Ruddock almost disdaining his hook.
A solid right hand by Mike Tyson to the head of Ruddock.
The absence of the jab from Ruddock.
Big right by Tyson.
He's got him in trouble.
That wobbled Ruddock a bit.
Should be smothering him. He's letting him punch on the inside.
Get the punches up, says Mills Lane. Oh, down goes Ruddock off an overhand right. Ruddock in trouble.
He's got to get something going to make Mike think about it. Back he goes on his heels. He's in trouble again.
Tyson showing no respect whatsoever for Ruddock.
A low blow. It's as if a jab didn't exist.
Oh, what a right hand. Ruddock came back with a left, though.
Ruddock came back with a hammering punch. Another good punch by Ruddock. He can't stop fighting now. He's got to attack. Ruddock must attack. There's another.
And then the left, the smash, followed by the right uppercut by Ruddock.
And he has stopped. And he has a disdain for the punches of Razor Ruddock. Big mistake. Oh, hard shot.
There goes Ruddock again. He's down for the 2nd time. Now both resting again. And back comes Tyson with a vicious uppercut. We haven't seen too many jabs or combinations. Here's a double left by Razor Ruddock.
Down and over. Down to the body, over to the head. And he's got to do that more. Why he doesn't, I don't know.
And a solid left hook by Tyson, then a right.
Although he's responded well. Good hard punch by Tyson.
Tyson opening up. He's got Ruddock in the corner, but Ruddock able to bull his way out. It looks like both fighters sucking air, looking for that second win. Now
the time. 10, 11, and 12. Oh, nice counter punch by Tyson. Another right hand. Hard.
Tyson digging to the ribs. Overhand right by Tyson.
Ruddock in trouble.
Ruddock! A right by Ruddock that stunned Tyson. For Holyfield's title.
And Tyson has got to go back. Oh, he got hit again. Tyson coming in. Another right hand. Tyson fighting back. Tyson is a fighting machine. Oh, Tyson just got hammered and he comes back fighting.
What an exchange! Not many.
Certainly not me. A good hammering right hand by Tyson. And there is not enough time, but what a right hand by Tyson. Oh, what a low blow.
And then Ruddock answered with a low blow as the bell sounds.
It's over, Mike. It get worse from here.
Round 1 scheduled for 12. James Toney in the blue trunks. Hussey Rahman in the black with the red trim.
Slips the punches and counters. That's the best thing he does. Good left hook.
Good left hook inside. You can see there's a huge reach advantage for Rahman. About 6 inches, which he should use effectively. The longer the fight it gets, the better it is for Toney.
Definitely. And if Toney moves inside.
Right hand for Rahman. Right hand from Toney, and he gets backed up by Rahman. You never know about James Toney. He could be doing a bit of a rope-a-dope right now. They're trying to find that right hand.
There's that sneaky way.
That's a dangerous spot to catch him. Left hand from Rahman, left hook digging in. Rahman is not boxing. He's going right at Toney. Slip, and he can punch those sneaky punches. Actually, there's that right hand once again over the top. Rahman has to be aware of that by now. His corner just told him about it. Look out for the shoulder. He'll turn his shoulder and throw that right hand all day long.
Now, Toney hit Ruiz with that punch about 30 times in their fight last April.
Wild right misses, comes back with a left hook. Sneaky right hand. Rahman is getting in trouble here.
And there's that signature move, I'm telling you. He turns his body halfway around, comes right back with it.
There it is.
Every time.
Digging one to the body now. Toney going on. Gets a right hand and goes against the ropes. It's right in there. Now that he backs up, that's when Rahman should attack. Toney throwing a lot of punches. A left hand crisp, but Toney facing the other way now. He said he didn't take orders very well, you think?
That's a shot.
Good right hand. Rahman comes back with a shorter, less steamy right hand. Rahman is in distance, and that's the end of the round. Blue trunks. The champions in the black trunks.
Come on, pick him up.
Good left hand. Toney's picking up now. Here it comes. Good combinations inside. Left hand from Toney. Getting some boos from the crowd. They're filled to the rafters here in Atlantic City. A big pro-Rahman crowd as he steps back and starts doing what he should do. Side of his nose and above his left eye. That was a good uppercut from Toney and a good right. If he can keep this up, he'll have a good round. I'm continually talking about Rahman. Crowd wants more. Toney on the ropes right above us. Toney talking to him, and now he acts like he's a little bit angered.
Well, if it was a debate, I'd give Toney a real good chance.
Right hand from Toney. Back he goes. A lot of hard shots thrown inside.
This is a great exchange.
Letting it go into the 8th round, both fighters. Big right hand from Toney.
Nothing pretty about this.
Good combination to the head of Toney. Short punches on the inside from Toney. Good counters from Rahman. Rahman digging the body still. Right hand from Rahman doesn't quite do the damage it could have. DOA.